to your channeled message, this intuitive prophetic message that's coming to you. I'm Cass. I'm your host of this beautiful message. And I have to just tell you, it is like you kept warning them. You kept telling these people to leave you alone. And the more you told them to just leave you alone, the more they pushed you, the more they asked you to engage in the clownery that was really consuming them, right? Because you have to understand, when you have clown behind people around you, when you don't participate in it, they find that to be problematic. And so you're not joining the clown show. Tap in. So they're getting upset at you. And it's almost like they want you to react in a way that is unbecoming of you so that you can so they can be like, oh, you know what? See, I told you she wasn't all that. I told you she ain't classy. She just like us. And I want you to take heed to that, okay? Because when you have people around you who want you to downgrade who you are, how you react, they want you to downgrade how you think, how you go out here in the world. They want you to downgrade yourself so that they can say, see, she is just like us. She's no better. And when you pay attention to that, you're going to see that they always thought highly of you. They just channeled that energy into being a hater instead of channeling that energy to do better themselves. Tap in. So they found out with the quickness that God does not play about you. God is not out here just letting these types of demons come forth and bother you and without consequence. And that's what I really want to get to today, is the consequences of these fools that tend to attempt to disrupt what you got going on. They tend to disrupt what you got going on. And I feel like something big happened with you for them to like really come in and come out and just, it's like they coming hard at you. It's like these people are firing up like social media. I feel like there's somebody like recording you. I feel like there's somebody like just talking trash about you to other people in your circle to try to get other people to turn against you. Something big happened in your life that truly set off a chain of events for them to start to get punished the way that they are. So you must have came into a blessing. You must have came into a blessing, or the tides have turned for you where it's so noticeable that it's no longer quiet. Now I be telling y'all all the time, listen, operating in silence. It's like, it's hard. It's hard for the chosen one. It's hard for the divine feminine. It's hard for you to do that because God continues to bless you. God continues to pour into you. And because of that, you got people coming out the woodworks to block your blessings. And the way that they do that is for you to act out of your character, to respond in a way that is nasty and mean-spirited. Because once you open up yourself to responding in a mean spirit, then you open up yourself for the consequences of that. Tap in. That's real. That's real. So I'm thinking that something major shifted in your life for people to start paying attention to you. The eyes are coming to you. People are watching you. People are like, oh, I like what she got. And I'm going to disrupt it because I can never get it. And here's the thing. They could if they were doing the right thing. They could if they put some effort into it. They could if they love themselves. They could if they had a vision, had a plan. Their lack of having a vision is not your problem, but they're going to try to make it your problem. And now, what happened? Divine, the Holy Spirit, God had to come in and disrupt and interrupt. God is, you know what's interesting about this? I feel like, as I channel this message a bit more, I feel like God is showing up in a way that it's going to, God, please help me channel this message so I can say it correctly. God is showing up as your social justice warrior. How that translates to you, that means no matter where you go outside of your home, outside of your queendom, outside of your kingdom, no matter where you are going outside in this world, God is protecting you. And God is protecting you from these type of entities, these people who wish harm on you and wish you to fail and stumble your blessings. So every time they try to do something that is wrong, every time they try to start a rumor, every time they try to lie about you, get other people involved, every time they try to gang up on you, it's like God just it disrupts all of that. And it's evident. It's evident. That's why none of them can even stand strong at this point. That's why they all fumbling. That's why they all messed up right now. Look at homegirl that just talked about you. Look at homegirl that just lied about you. Look at homegirl that was smiling in your face and then turned around and tried to get everybody else to set you up. What's she doing right now? Nothing. Watching you, trying to figure out how you did it and why it didn't come to you. That's what she's doing right now. What is she doing? She's living a miserable life. You can see it all over her face. You don't have to say a word. Whew. God being your social justice warrior, that wherever you go, you run into the right people. Wherever you go, people come up to you and they just want to know about you. They want to pour into you. They want to know, they want to connect with you. Some people just simply want to connect with you, and you have the right, you have the permission to say yes or no. Hey, you got the permission to do that. Ain't that wild? Oh, my goodness. And just like this person that came in saying, you're doing the work of the devil, baby. The devil is, don't make me go there. Don't make me go there, baby. Don't make me go there. Because you're doing the work of the devil by trying to get me to not tell people that they are so divinely protected. What? That God is working by being a social justice warrior for them, that they can walk out here anywhere and be protected and loved, and that the truth follows them everywhere, girl. And I feel like this is just the beginning. I know that some of y'all are probably like, Cass, I don't even know. I feel like something is coming, but I can't really put my finger on it. God has been investing in you 20 times fold. I know that you can feel the energy of it. It's not quite anxiety. It's not quite like being scared. It's not quite like your mind playing tricks on you. It's like a combination of things because you're trying to figure out if it's real. You're trying to figure out if what's coming to you is going to be the big one. Yes, it is. God is big time investing in you. Bitcoin investment. God is big time investing in you. And those people see it. Your enemies see it. Your enemies know that you are being big time invested in. Why else would they be so focused on you? Why else would they be looking at you so hard but for the fact that your blessings are coming, that God is investing in you? And why is God investing in you? Because God knows that you are going out there in your divine purpose. You invest in something because you believe in the outcome. You invest in something because you believe there's going to be a return on the investment. That's why. You worked hard. You worked hard. You worked on yourself. You struggled. You made the difficult decisions. You cried at night by yourself. You got rid of the people that you love, but they could no longer stay where you are. You did that. You became strong. You found your purpose. You read. You got educated. You succeeded when everybody thought that you wouldn't. So why wouldn't that be blessed? Ooh-wee. Sitting right here at the top. Thank you. 3 of Cups. Costume. So that's what I'm saying. You got people over here right now in your face pretending. These are informants. These are informants. And I want to be very clear. What I'm speaking about today is spiritual warfare. I don't want to pussyfoot around this conversation. This is spiritual warfare in the flesh. Because when you have people around you who you trust, when you have people around you who you gave access to because you thought it was the right thing to do at the time, or you have people around you who have just been around you for a long time, old friendships, all of that, but they lying, they putting on a mask, trying to convince you that they are somebody who supports you when truly not even behind the scenes, in front of your face, they are trying to rewrite your destiny. Couple costume. That means it's multiple. It's multiple men and women disguised as real people, disguised as real friends, real family members. The whole time it's a straight up mask. That's wild. That's wild. Ooh-wee. Yes, something major shifted in your spiritual economy. And baby, let me tell you, it has ruffled a lot of feathers around you. And I say this all the time, and I will never stop saying it. You can be close with somebody. They could never act out of pocket until your blessings start dropping. When your blessings start just coming to you, oh, baby, the clown show begins. They can't help it. You have activated, your blessings has activated their clown show, their demon inside of them. Whew. The ick. Your blessings give them the ick. Your blessings make them feel so small. Your blessings make them feel unsuccessful. Your blessings make them feel stupid. Because it makes them feel used, because this whole time, these fools out here lighting candles, they doing rain dances, they trying to contact Papa Legba, they talking about they Orishas, they talking about they women of God, men of God, they out here doing all types of water spells and shit, trying to get your blessings blocked. Meanwhile, God is just being the social justice warrior on your behalf, not allowing none of that stuff to pay. And it's returning 3 times, 10 times fold. Do they know we can see them? Do they know that we can see that their attempts to block your blessings are failing? And not just like you and I, but like the whole world can see them failing. Do they not know this? Do they, like, is it me? Because when I see women like you win, when I see women like you go out here and do the damn thing, when I see women like you just explode and prosper and grow in spite of, because it's the God in you, because you are divine feminine and you know what is rightfully yours. When I see women like that with God, I was like, go girl. You better go, girl. Oh no, they ain't doing that. Girl, you giving them the ick is hilarious. That is too funny for me. Look. Oh my gosh. Your blessings are literally just is giving them nightmares. Your blessings are literally giving them nightmares. Nine of thoughts. Sunday scaries. And that's a girl. Happy Sunday. Happy Sunday. Sunday scare. You're giving them the it. Woo-wee. They are like inundated with negative thoughts about how to stop you. They are inundated. They are stricken with grief. Right, Teresa. Like we can see them. You're a loser. Big old L on your forehead. And because we can see that you're the loser, we're sitting back watching you just fall over yourself. Why do you want to mess with the divine feminine? Why? It's weirdo behavior. It's weird that you have Sunday scaries on the Lord's day. You in bed instead of praying, instead of asking for blessings, hey? Instead of asking to not be the way that you are. The loser brigade is still trying to think of ways to interrupt your flow. Don't you see you're failing? You're failing first grade math. 1 + 1 = 2. Did you miss that? Hey. Did you miss that? Oh my goodness. Imposter syndrome. Yeah, of course. Of course they have imposter syndrome. They are trying to be you. And you know what's wild with people who try to be you? Okay. And I know that my beautiful ladies get this, and I know my men that are listening, I know you get this as well. When you get people who try to be you, it's like their depth of perception is so, almost like I'm on coffee. It's so juvenile. Hi. It's so low class. It's so like basic. Because see, what they're trying to imitate is what you choose to give to the world. They're trying to imitate a light. They're trying to imitate a gift. They're trying to imitate something that you can study it, but you can't gain it. I always tell y'all, what do I tell y'all, ladies? It is in you, not on you. That is why people are so attracted to you. It is in you, not on you. They're trying to paint what is in you on themselves. And it turns out that they completely look like clowns. I mean, it just turns out that the clown show, let me repeat that. Let me say that again. It turns out that them attempting to be you is the clown show that we're all watching. And trust and believe that women who have done their internal work, who have gone to the retreats, who have read their spiritual texts, that have prayed, that have worked through, that have gone above and beyond to pour into themselves, like we all see it. I don't even have to know you. If you start off the story like it's this girl trying to be me, I already know the rest of the story. That is a commonality that many chosen women have. You are sitting back watching the clown show try to be you, and it's failing miserably. By the way, hey, to everybody that's coming in here, I'm Cass. I'm a prophetic speaker, and I guide women just like you to accept the fact that you've done the work and you're in your arrival era. I encourage you not to go back into the perpetual healing cycle that the world tells you that you must continuously be in. No, ma'am. We're operating from a space of leadership. Yeah, that's what we're doing. So if you like that, double tap this screen and don't forget to subscribe. All right, let's get back to the imposters. Let's get back to the imposters. Because we pulled up the Eight of Pentacles, which means they've been studying you. But see, they've been studying the output. Hi. They haven't been studying the input. And that is where you truly thrive. Look, frenemies came up. That's where you thrive. That's why you're so different. It's because while they're studying the output, which is what they see in you, they refuse. Thank you. They refuse to pour into themselves. And they refuse to accept those that want to pour into them. Ooh-wee. Big frenemies at the end, splitting the deck. New career, who this? And that's the perfect segue. New career, who this? Two of Wands. Complete new doorway, new pathway open. Yeah, these people see you. Yeah, these people see you thriving. They want to steal your light. But all of that is just I gotta say it, it's a consequence of your success. A consequence of your success is that you're going to see groups of people try to tag team you to stop your blessings. Hey girl, hey. They're going to try to tag team you to stop your blessings, and it's going to show up in a number of ways, not just with friends, not just with people, but the devil is going to try to test you to go back into old environments, old habits, old thoughts, old mindsets. That's the trick bag that the devil try to hang you up on. And so when I see the Two of Wands come out talking about new career, who this, the way that women circumvent or completely override what the world wants them to truly do instead of what God wants them to do is they find a new way to express themselves. Yeah, they don't have to go back to the drinking. They don't have to go back to the smoking. I'm talking about the detrimental kind, okay? I'm 420 friendly up in here, right? I do not hate. I actually have a patent in the 420 industry, okay? So I'm not anti-420, all right? Just wanted to tap into that, okay? But you find other things to do that don't cause you to regress. And that is why these folks are so badly failing, because they think that inviting you out to the club, inviting you out to eat foods that you have since, not had in your diet. They invite you to situations where there are other people around that you don't mess with. Whoo, that's a big one. That's a big one. Demons will invite you to social environments where they know there are other people there that you don't deal with. And they do that just to see if there's going to be a conflict. But little do they know that you wouldn't even have the conflict with the other people you don't rock with, because the other people you don't rock with, they know this. No, now you got the conflict with this so-called friend. Frenemies. Now you got the conflict with the frenemy who tried to set you up to get into an altercation where you could be harmed. Or where now you in legal trouble because, listen, what you ain't is no punk. Okay? You're not going to let somebody just stand there and just get at you. All right? We do this with a smile on our faces. All right? Don't let the cute face fool you. All right? I'm going to walk out of here without arguing. But if my way out of here is blocked, I'm gonna get out of here. Okay. All right. Okay. I advocate for a safe return home. Let's talk about that. Channeled message. Let's talk about that. Here's the thing. Here's the thing. Coming home is one of the most underrated blessings that we take for granted on the face of this planet. I'm talking about all of us, because it's something that we do every day. We get up, we go to work, we take care of our family, we come home, right? We go to sleep, we wake up, we do it again. We do all these different things. But we never know. We never know what we will encounter outside, even with our best intentions. Even if we say that people out there have their best intentions, there is always some other factor that can come into play that will keep us from coming home safely, in one piece, intact, in our right frame of mind, in our right bodies. We could see something and intervene and not come home okay. And the fact that you even understand this. Oh, thank you. My mother helped me pick that out. The fact that we understand this as a collective, as a divine collective, as the chosen collective, that is another reason why God continuously blesses you, because you understand how, I got the chills. You understand just how precious it is to not just be alive, not just breathe, not just to be able to do for self, but to be able to come home. So when you got fools up in your world that attempt to put you in situations where you cannot come home safely, that is beyond a problem. That is spiritual warfare. It is disguised as a friend. It's disguised as a frenemy that decided to put your life in jeopardy. We're coming home safe. We're coming home intact. And I know that there are millions of stories that you have from friends, family, even yourself, where somebody did not come home okay, or tragedy struck. Thank you to, I didn't see that somebody donated. Thank you to whoever that was. Travis, can you tell me who donated? Thank you. Like that is one of the biggest flexes that you could have. But let me tell you something. What I noticed about women like you, what I noticed about the collective, what I noticed about all of this is that you, even if you came from the worst of the worst, you have strategically built a safe space for yourself. Strategically ensured that when you come home, wherever your home is, I know it's a couple of y'all that's living in your car. You'll make sure that when you sit in your car, you can crank it up, you have some heat, you can make your food in the car, you can pray, you can speak. If that is your home, and it is safe for you there, while you build to something bigger, that's a flex. I get to go home. These people don't want to see you home. They want to see you everywhere but home. They want to see you everywhere but safe. I tell my homegirl in a heartbeat, go home. What? You outside for? Go home. Make sure y'all double tapping that screen, y'all. I am still but a very small creator. But my voice is a gift that God has given me. And I'm sharing it with the world. And if you love that I'm speaking love and life into you and possibly making shit click for you, bringing you closer to home, you find value in my words and my energy, please ensure that you share this video with another amazing woman or man, divine feminist. My channel is geared towards women though. And let them know, like, hey, I always want you to come home. It don't matter what happened out there in the world. You can always unpack and distress and decompress, is the word I'm looking for, at home. Now back to this new career, who this, okay? And frenemies. Yeah. Women know exactly, you know exactly how to pivot. And this frenemy here don't like that you can pivot. They don't like that you can pivot. Let me tell you something, y'all. One thing that I love about beautiful, divine, feminine women like you is that you're gonna turn around. You're gonna do something else. You're gonna look at a situation, evaluate it, and say, you know what? This ain't for me, girl. I gotta do something else. I gotta do this a different way. I have to think differently. I have to consult with somebody so I can understand what the problem is. Pivot with a purpose. Travis, write that down. Matter of fact, I think I got my pen. Hold on. Pivot with a purpose. Y'all know I keep my notebook around. Hold on. Pivot with a purpose. Baby. Pivot with a purpose. The purpose is to always keep you in alignment, in your kingdom alignment, that is the Holy Spirit, in your queendom alignment, that is Mother Earth, that is divine feminine, to keep you balanced in your kingdom and your queendom, understanding, oh my God, understanding that it is the way that you self-direct, the way that you self-lead, your leadership powers and your skills that makes people not just attracted to you, but make people wonder, ooh, how can I do that? That's what these frenemies lack, the ability to pivot with a purpose, because their only purpose is to be disruptors of abundance. Yeah. Their entire purpose is to be a disruptor to your abundance. That is legitimately spiritual warfare. It does not matter what your religious framework is. It does not matter what your spiritual framework is. The opposition is just that. I've never met a human being that has not had opposition that causes them or attempts to cause them to lean back into their old ways and regress. I call that many things, but I connect it to spiritual warfare. Tap in. Are we tapped in, collective? Oh my God, today. Nobody playing these games with these people. I mean, do they think that you boo-boo the fool? Do they think that, Queen of Cups at the bottom, do they think that you're just easy prey? The more, who is this? The Two of Cups coming out again. The more they attempt to dig into you, the more you understand that you on the right path. It's just, can I just give a shout out real quick as I sip this coffee and take a break? I lived in Vietnam for a moment in my life, okay? So a little bit of lore, okay? Cast lore. I lived in Vietnam for a moment in my life. I lived in multiple countries for a moment in my life. And that's where I discovered pho, okay? Chicken pho, because I don't eat beef or pork or anything like that. And I had the best pho, of course, in Vietnam. And ever since I've been home, I've been looking for a great pho place. I found one in the South, and I finally found one right here in Southern California. They don't open up until 5 o'clock on the weekends. So I had to find a way to, get my coffee. And do you know this place got me some coffee this morning? They don't open up till 5 o'clock this evening. And they made me some coffee. Oh, and their chicken pho is immaculate. Back to your regularly schedule. You said you live for pho. Your mom made the best. Now listen, that's a claim. That's a claim that I am willing to put to the test. Now, what I can't do like I used to is use my chopsticks like I used to because of the injuries in my hand. But listen, I try. Okay? Listen, breakfast. Are you my cousin? Do we know each other? I think we're family. And I think you just need to give me the location of the next family reunion. Looking at the Two of Cups. Sorry, I had my cards the wrong way. Looking at the Two of Cups with the full pivot with a purpose. Now, let me tell you something, collective. A lot of y'all listening to this might still be in the midst of deciding whether or not somebody is a friend of me, whether or not somebody is trying to copy you. Let me tell you something. You must listen to your intuition. You must listen to your intuition. I agree, it is the best cure. You cannot be afraid to look at a situation objectively. Not just your feelings, not just your emotions, but look at what I call the body of work. Look at the body of work. The people that you're looking at, and I covered this in my 10 ways to spot demonic behavior in a human. I did that a while ago in my membership. Did a whole mastermind on it. And one of the ways that you could tell is looking at somebody's body of work. Do they leave destruction wherever they go? And this goes for my divine feminines that's looking for their kingdom husband. This is a telltale way to do that. Look at their previous relationships. Look at their relationship with their families. Look at how they leave jobs. Look at how they interact with people. Do they leave a path of destruction when they interact with people? Look how they treat the vulnerable. Are they disrespectful to the elderly, to the I don't like to use the word disabled. Y'all help me come up with vocabulary. To the abled. Help me come up with another term for that, y'all. Like, what is it that they do? Do they care about the kids? My goodness. So yeah, I need you to understand, like, when you got people in your life, you must look at the fruit of the tree. What is it that they're producing? Bye. If they disrespect the vulnerable, they darn sure can't respect me. Exactly. Oh, my goodness, y'all. I just had a download come in. And I don't know if this has anything to do with this message, but my God, it's got to be said. Type a 1 in the chat. Type a 1 in the chat if you are a healer, a divine feminine, divine masculine, a speaker. Like your asset is spiritual, a spiritual connection, right? And you've attempted to use, give to God. She said, listen, 1 across the board, right? Yes. You've attempted to say, how can I make not only just an impact, but receive payment for my spiritual gift? Because let me tell you something. You've been giving your spiritual gift away for free for far too long. Okay. I'm guilty of it. I know my sister in the chat is guilty of it. I know many of you are guilty of giving away your spiritual abilities for free. My kingdom pours nothing but love in me, not take away from me. Whew. Yes, y'all said yes. That question came to me as I pulled the Knight of Pentacles. Let me show you on this Knight of Pentacles. Ooh, hellfire card right there. And I don't know who needs to hear this. Thank you. That's my job. That is the assignment God has put me on this planet to do. Is my words to be inspirational and hopefully touch you so that you can make the moves you need to bring in abundance. I don't know who needs to hear this message, but you bet not continue to give away your spiritual gift for free. I don't care if it's about money for you. It might not be about money. That might be the last thing on your mind. But if it is about money, you better charge what you're worth. If it's about your time, you better charge what you're worth. If it's about your energy, you better charge what you're worth. You keep giving away your spiritual gifts to people who would never piss on you if you was on fire. Start charging for your spiritual gifts if it just means, hey, I'm only giving this 20 minutes of my time. If this means just saying, you know what? I don't have time for this. I'm sorry. I cannot help you. I'm drawing my boundaries. Because that is another way for the frenemy, for the imposter to siphon from you, is to continuously take your gifts, your spiritual technology that you've honed in on, that you've worked on. It is their way to siphon that so that you don't have the energy to move forward. That's wild. You better start charging whatever your price is, and it got to be monetary. I need you to pivot with a purpose. I need you to pivot with a purpose, and you charging whatever it is, time, money, intellect, mental capacity, emotional capacity. You better start charging for it. Now, where is this going? Let's find out together. I don't know who needs to hear that message, but some of y'all so woe out. You're so tired. You're so exhausted. Every time this imposter calls you to ask for some advice, you like, oh my God, I just gave you the advice last week. They asking for advice for the same toxic situation they've been in for the last 3 years. What we talking about here? Whoo! My God, today. Let me take a sip. Let me take a sip. Unorthodox healer. Hi, baby. I like that name. When we talked about them fools trying to get you off your game, Eight of Pentacles came up. Imposter syndrome. They should feel like imposters because they are. When we talking about going into a life of going into a life of abundance, what originally was about to come out of my mouth was going into a bunch of abundance. So that message is landing. Going into a life of abundance, going into a bunch of abundance. I take it all. Brand new socks and drawers. Okay, tap in. The Eight of Pentacles came out again. This time it's saying you are the director. You are the person. You are able to paint the picture, paint the scene. Look, you are the artist. You are the builder. You are a truth teller. Somebody said a bunch of abundance. Yeah, listen, I'll take it. Hey, West Virginia. You are the painter. God has given you the platform. God has given you the way. God is saying, girl, look. Hey. God is saying, I got you. You have the tools. I've crafted this world for you. Take what you have learned and grow and build and show people who want to learn along with you the way. Y'all think that, and I have to use this parallel, even if you are not a believer or a follower or strictly religious, Jesus's ministry was not 100 years. Jesus's memory, and my sister's in here, was what, 3-4 years? A short amount of time. Y'all, the world shut down in 2020. We 6 years out of that. The demi in 2020 was actually around this time. Tap in. That is when I decided to travel the world in 2020. My sister can validate this. His message was so powerful in 3-4 years that he changed literally the world. God has given you an opportunity to refine yourself. Not 10 years, not 20 years. I know what my analytics look like. Some of y'all 40, 50, 60 years old, 70 years old. My biggest demographic that watches me is over the age of 55. 3 years, thank you. You literally have a lifetime of life experience to refine yourself, that you have refined yourself. And God is saying, I have given you the opportunity that if my son had the time, I think that we all would have just been chilling in a garden, just freaking eating pho instead of dealing with y'all administration. The grace that has to be given, that you get to build, to be impactful in this world, is absolutely phenomenal. And that's why I love y'all. That's why I love y'all, because y'all get it. Y'all get it. Baby, justice coming out again. Now let me remind you, as I gave this message and I started this message, I said God is acting as a social justice warrior for you. So that means no matter where you go, you're so highly protected, you're going to be able to see what's happening around you, make assessments, lean in or lean out. And as we close this message, the 8 sorry, the Justice card came up again. I find that to be that's confirmation for this message. That it's not just 50 years on this planet for you to hone in on such a special and unique gift, but also expose, just through your movements, expose the grifters. Yeah, expose the grifters. Because once the veil is removed, they can't hide anymore. That's why the clown show begins. So I call it the clown crash out. Yeah. Big justice energy. Woo-wee. New perspective on it. New perspective, new understanding, but even more, channeling. When I started reading tarot, I was very literal. I was very much definition-based reader. And there are still many readers like that. That's what it is. And I always wanted to know, like, what is it about the hangman that makes me so uncomfortable, right? So I would read the definition. The hangman is about a new perspective. The hangman is about learning something, doing this, doing that, right? And I asked the question, what is the physical cost of hanging upside down like that? Because I know it's uncomfortable, and it takes me back. Tap in, y'all, because I'm channeling this message with you. Okay, so grab your tea and your coffee so that we can work through this together. This is real time. Okay, I would ask myself, what is the physical cost of hanging upside down like that? And when I researched it, there's a lot of nasty consequences of hanging upside down. People come in here saying Miss Cleo, like Miss Cleo wasn't that girl. Get your life, do better. It can lead to pulmonary aneurysms. Your heart can explode. It can cause gout. It can cause your limbs to not have enough blood going to it. Your heart can pump faster, can lead to a heart attack. Being upside down for a long time, and it can cause brain miscalculations. Being upside down for a long time is very uncomfortable. And there are long-term side effects if you survive like that. If you survive. And I always go back to the Six Flags. This is what made me start riding roller coasters. I always go back to the Six Flags event. I think it was in New Jersey, or it might have been the one out here in California, where roller coaster got stuck upside down in the loop for hours. I ain't never been on a roller coaster since. Never. So this hangman, while it is temporary, it is meant to be uncomfortable. So you're either gonna get right or you're gonna get left. It is meant to physically, just when you look at it, it is meant for you to physically be like, whoa, I don't like that it's upside down like this. I either need to make the change or I'm gonna go back the opposite way. Or else there are going to be real world consequences within my own body that may be irreversible. The hangman is a warning that for a moment it's going to get uncomfortable, but you got to pivot with the purpose. Thank you so much. I bless your gift 1,000-fold. Thank you. Oh my God, today. The Fool coming out once again. The Fool coming out once again. And first of all, this Fool is like beautiful. It's a beautiful ass Fool. Many of you find it difficult to start somewhere new or to start over again because you work so hard to get where you are right now, right? So starting over again is like sacrilege. Like, how dare you? I did all this work and I made it here and I did this and did that. And now you asking me to start over? What I'm asking you to do is take the tools that you've used to get where you are now and build bigger. Y'all, do y'all remember that video that came out a couple of years ago with the older gentleman, and he was in the camera. He was kind of like scrubby looking a little bit, but he came by and he was like, "Think bigger, bitch. Think big, bitch." Do y'all remember that video? And it went viral. It went hellified viral. I really appreciate y'all pouring into my channel. Thank you. He was like, "Think bigger, bitch. Think big." That's what the fool is reminding me to tell you. Yeah, you're not starting over. You're thinking bigger because the hangman was supposed to be the moment where you realize if you don't think bigger, you're only going to remain small. Think bigger, bitch. You know what? The next time my sister called me talking about something, I don't even know. I'm going to tell her, think bigger, bitch. One of y'all schedule one of your consultations with me, I'm going to say, think bigger, bitch. It's always bigger than you. It's always bigger than you. Whew. Y'all following me? Are y'all with me? Are we receiving the message? Type of one in the chat if you're receiving this message. Type of one in the chat if you love this message. Okay? Think bigger. You think bigger because you are bigger. That's why you always want more. And that's why it's so easy. Woo. That's why it's so easy for you to want more. Love you too. That's why it's easier for you to want other people to do well too. That's why it's so easy for you to cheer somebody on when they win. Because you know it's bigger than you. That's why it's the collective. Wait, somebody said 2 on point. It's the collective for a reason. Ooh-wee. Ain't nobody out here struggling. Nobody's gonna be out here struggling to be validated. I'm validating you right now. Nobody's gonna be out here asking themselves if it's worth it. I'm telling you it is. You are resilient. You are determined. You are persistent, tenacious. You are deserving. Just in case you didn't know. Okay? You know very well who you are. I got time for that. Whew. Nah, ain't gonna be no struggle. Finding your rhythm. All right. Somebody in here going through a hard time. Somebody in this message is feeling stuck. Somebody in this message is feeling like they can't go on. Somebody in this message is feeling like if I move anywhere, if I try to do anything, all that's going to happen is that it's going to get shut down. It's going to get locked down. I'm not going to be able to succeed. And let me tell you something, with that defensive ass attitude, no, you're not. The hangman is telling you that mindset, that frame of that thought, those ideas, that's your hangman. That's your hangman. And I'm not saying shifting from that is a cure-all within a day. But recognize when the enemy wants you to remain complacent. Recognize when the enemy wants you to believe that there's no way to move forward. Everything don't need to be defended. Everything doesn't need a defense. If you are operating in chaos and you are defending the chaos, your hangman is telling you to back away from the chaos. But you tired, but you not tired, you scared of the quiet. You are scared to pivot with a purpose. And this is your affirmation, your confirmation, and your dedication announcement to you shutting the F up, and telling yourself that it's not worth it. And it's me telling you to override that thought. And yes, you are worth it. Because when God says to move, you're supposed to move just like that. When I move, you move just like that. That's the rhythm. You're not supposed to be the antithesis of your abundance. If these fools can't be the antithesis of your abundance, then why would you? I will never ever sit up here and tell you, oh, you just got to meditate. You just got to ask for what you want. Because when you ask for what you want and you are sincere in your request to God and you are in your prayers, you have your altar. Your body should also be your altar, but you have your altar. You're doing the right things. You're investing in yourself. When you better be prepared for the pivot. You better be freaking prepared for the pivot. And when the pivot is forcing you to move, the safety mechanism and coupled with the enemy is going to tell you there's no reason to move. It's scary over there. It's not going to work out. How dare you? How dare you request in sincerity from God what you want, and God shows up and tells you you gotta move for me to give you everything that you want, and you refuse to move? Yeah, it's going to be uncomfortable. That's the point, because the only person that's supposed to be going through this threshold is you. No, they can't come. You don't even want them to come. Who, the Holy Spirit is on me. I feel it. Then you don't even want them to come. You just want them to come because you think it's going to be comfortable with them there. If them fools come with you, them imposters, them fake friends come with you, it's going to be one of the most uncomfortable pivots that you've ever done in your entire life. You better recognize. You better recognize that you the prize. You the winner. You are the one God invested in. They might got time for all this low vibrational thinking, because that's what it is. Oh, Cass, I don't know. I'm not going to make it. I'm not going to do shit. Hey! Let me tell you one thing I don't do. I don't do that. Because if you believe you're not going to make it, you ain't. And there's no amount of love that I can pour into you to make you believe that you're going to make it. Who? Fierce, powerful, magical. Ooh-wee. Ooh, movement. Yeah. And that's the word of the day. Give it with a purpose. That's coming. That's coming. That's a red flag that a mofo ain't supposed to be in your life. That's it. That's it. And that's what we're going to close out at, sis. Because who you keep around you, listen to me. Who you keep around you is going to matter as you grow. I've had friends of over 10, 15 years not come with me, expose themselves, become jealous, spiteful, envious, because they recognize, before I even recognize in myself sometimes, they recognize that I was destined for something greater, to do something bigger. And I believe that God is giving you the same message about the people around you. And that is a reflection of where you're truly going. It's not necessarily about them. They always gonna be, it's always gonna be levels. But it's really about the message that's coming from inside the house. The call is coming from inside the house, as they say. You must understand that the reason why people are showing up differently and negatively around you is because you should have been pivot with a purpose. That's it. You the winner. You are the investment. People better invest in you like we should have invested in Amazon 25 years ago. That's how people need to start investing in you. Period. You better let them know that your time is money. Your energy is money. Your ideas are money. And even though they want to try to steal it and make it their own, don't mean that they're going to do it or be good at it, because they're imposters. And the collective can always tell. So what's the takeaway? Stop hating on yourself and recognize that when somebody shows you who they are, believe them. And when God shows you that your gift is bigger than what you ever thought, you better believe that too. You better believe that more than anything. You better bet your life on it. Because the goal is always to come home. If you love this message, make sure you double tap this screen. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. Make sure you love all over this video. Give me your comments. And I will see you on the next one. Bye.